Welcome back. You're still watching Morning Live. Now, our next guest is an acclaimed photographer who uses the art of photography to heal the wounds caused by child abuse. Veronica Coetzer has developed a unique style of art that has helped her to escape from and express her challenges, and has successfully used this to help other victims of trauma and abuse. Coetzer merges photography and art to create artworks that have a surrealistic feel that allow the photographer and the viewer to travel to an almost fantastical world. She joins us now to tell us about her journey and a love for photography. And it's not just that it's art as well. Veronica, good morning. Welcome to Morning Live.
Thank you so much.
When did you first fall in love with photography?
Actually, when I was 14, I got a camera as my 14th birthday present.
Yeah.
And the moment I pressed that shutter, I was hooked for life.
And you photograph wildlife. Ordinary people take portraits. How did you fall in love with wildlife and bringing them together into your own space?
I always had a fascination with wildlife, but I was born in the city.
Yeah.
And I always said to my parents, I don't belong here.
Yeah.
But I had no clue where I actually belong. So I did start off as a portrait photographer.
Yeah.
And I'm still a portrait photographer because I really love people just as much, and children. But then when I was 19, I had the opportunity to move to our northern provinces there in the bush, and absolutely knew this is where I belong. And that is where I started doing the wildlife photography.
What relationship do you have with wildlife, and how has that helped you given your hardships?
My relationship with wildlife, I think, is a very deep, emotional, spiritual thing. It seems that I actually understand them and I can predict what they're doing. My husband say we absolutely just know wildlife because we spent months and months in the bush teaching people wildlife photography. So we need to learn to know, what they are going to do, what can happen, that we can always be sort of one step ahead to teach our clients how to photograph them. But I think it's much deeper than that.
Yeah.
It feels that I can actually even communicate with them.
Yeah.
Especially lions. I have this deep passion for lions. Yeah.
What do you draw inspiration from? What makes you wake up in the morning and say to yourself, okay, let's go. I need to face the world.
Well, when we're on a safari,
I
can't wait. We get up very early in the morning, 4:30, 5 o'clock. We're up and we're out there because I know there's always a new challenge. There's something that's going to happen. And I love telling stories. So I know when I take these photographs, I can come back and I can create some art and I can tell stories. Because growing up as a child that suffered from abuse and never said anything to anybody, I had all these stories to tell, but I had no words. I was a very quiet child. So I've learned how to make these images and tell these very important stories. First of all, my own life story and telling about my abuse. Then later on, other people's stories, helping them overcome their hardships. And actually, any trauma, it sort of develops into any trauma. So I was invited to exhibit my work at 2 universities in America. And then from there on, I started doing all these stories about wildlife. And at the moment, I'm busy with 2 very important bodies of art to protect our white lions and also to protect our rhinos.
I was about to ask, what this project is about. Elaborate a little bit on that.
I've created 12 different art for postcards. It's called Postcards from Africa.
Right.
And it is for Unite Against Poaching. And we are going to sell these. We have exhibitions and we want corporates to invest in them. And we really want to put it out there that people know it is really important to save our rhinos. It is now or never. So I've poured my heart and soul into this art, and I'm really trying to tell the stories of Africa because I'm there months and months in the year. I'm out in Africa photographing these beautiful animals, and I have these grandchildren, and I cannot imagine a life for them if we have to take them to a museum and say, this was a rhino. We cannot do that.
All right, Veronica, thank you so much. Good luck with this project. We'll speak to you more about it as time goes on. The acclaimed photographer Veronica Coetzer speaking to us about her love for wildlife photography and how her trial and tribulations shaped her into the person that she is today.